Oh hey, I didn't see y'all there. Welcome to Monday's food review. Today we're eating Foongili, the freeloader. He's always in his tank all night going splash, splash, splash with the tinder hose and the plenty of fish. And I just had enough of him freeloading. So we're gonna cook him up today. So if you look close here, you can see his scales, his greenish bluish scales. So that is really Foongili in there. I cleaned him up and stuff, as you can see on this red cutting board here. A cutting board is not always the surface to use to fillet a fish, but Foongili wouldn't have given a shit. So we went with the red cutting board. So I'm actually gonna flip it over. I don't like to see the scales. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, I flipped him. I flipped the freeloader. Now it's time to begin cooking. All right, guys. This is the Staten Island technique. I've heard of some chefs in Brooklyn doing this, but they can't do it nearly as good as me in Staten Island, you know what I'm saying? I learned this in Staten Island. I'm just kidding. I learned this on the TV. I learned this on Dr. Oz. This is a Staten Island technique. And Dr. Oz doesn't know shit, okay? Dr. Oz doesn't know shit. Let's get to real cooking. But we gotta spice it up as it's on. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of this in your hand. And then you're gonna get some pinched in your fingers. You're just gonna pinch it in your fingers very gently. Well, you gotta kind of hold it together pretty hard to keep it together, but you're gonna get it in your hand, and you're gonna we'll do that one more time, but with the other hand, because you gotta have variety with it, right, guys? You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it somehow in my fingertips again. Oh man, some of the lady chefs are really good at this. Like, some of the lady chefs are very good. Rachel Ray, Ellen DeGeneres, you know, all the female chefs are good at the sprinkle. So when you're done with the lemon and herbs, you're gonna move on to the Simply Organic garlic powder. We're not able to show the logo, so to risk blurring it, I'm just gonna cover it. But we're gonna use this one. Same deal, we're gonna put it in the palm of our hand again. Oh man, I used to love this fish. Now I hate this fish for freeloading. What can I say? I'm gonna enjoy this meal. And you know, PETA can shut up because this isn't cruel. He deserved it. Yeah, PETA can shut up because PETA, it actually harms animals. And there's proof all over the internet of that. What's laying naked in a coffin gonna do for the goats where their species are at risk? Not a damn thing. I'm sorry. You heard it here first. High Knuckles is against PETA. No, don't comment that. Please don't comment that. Gotta turn it down. Our next pepper is the barbecue seasoning. We need to barbecue the fish up. Foongili there was a heart of a man in that fish. You know, you could read about it in Time magazine when he invented the first smartphone, and everybody's like, "Oh, that was Foongili." Yes, some other guy took the credit and took the credit for doing it, and Foongili never let that go. I guess that's why he started freeloading, because he was just so depressed that he didn't make it as an actor. He tried being a rapper. That didn't work. He was a pretty good fish rapper, though, you know. He was a pretty good fish rapper. Some of his rhymes were pretty dope. And when he reincarnates to a dolphin, that's going to be amazing. If you believe in reincarnation and the fish comes back as a dolphin, that's one of my hopes, is that he comes back as a dolphin. I want to wake up tomorrow and I want a dolphin in that tank. His little brother's in there. That's the only fish left, is his little brother. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a female fish. It's his sister. Her name is Foongili. You know, one thing about cooking is I absolutely love it. I'm gonna love it even more now that this freeloader is gone. I know I said at nighttime you'd have the ladies over, but you're gonna flip it over now and put the southern style barbecue sauce on, or spice. I know I said you'd have the ladies over at night, but it was day and night. He would not stop. He was like Charlie Sheen, but a fish. And I just can't have anybody freeloading if they're gonna treat me like crap. Or not like me like crap, just the environment. He's having all these hoes over from Plenty of Fish, and that's not my style, you know. I just like to kick it. You know. I'm not looking to get the poontang. I'm looking to be myself. So, yeah. We got one more spice. We're gonna put this right on his scales. If you zoom in there, you can see the blue. You can see the blue. That's Foongili's scales right there. That's the only bit that I left. I cleaned it all up besides that little part. You can tell that that's Foongili. He's been freeloading for so long. Even Beatrice agrees that there's a reason why he's gone. Beatrice actually told me to eat him. So you can blame her, guys. If Peter's upset, you can blame Beatrice. I'm just kidding, Beatrice. It's not your fault. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's all Beatrice's fault. No, it was Foongili's fault. Beatrice, do we have to go through this every time? I'm right and you're wrong, because you're a bird. Thank you. Sometimes she gets it. Sometimes she gets it. So this is the last spice. This is the Southern style barbecue, if you want to get that real quick, Brian. There you go. I covered the logo, so we're good. The editors don't have to blur the logo. The one thing about having your own logo is I never have to blur my fist. It's always on the videos, or at least on the channel. Gotta get them back in the videos. Let's have some food. It's Food Review Monday. It's Food Review Monday, everybody. Stupid freeloader. We're also gonna spice this side. So we're gonna go through the spices one more time. This one I like to call the Elvis Presley. And you don't do it very high up. You gotta, I'll do it again. You do it from this distance, and then you start moving your legs like you're Elvis Presley, you know. And then once you finish that hand, you can start snapping your fingers. Elvis Presley, y'all. So, yeah, Elvis Presley. So if you followed Foongili, I don't want you to unfollow him. You know, every follow counts, even if he's dead. I prefer bro powder for the gym. You mix it in your protein shake, you know, and you drink it all up like the lime and the coconut, and you have a good workout. And apparently it's a good time. I'm gonna be dropping my own bro powder pretty soon. So stay tuned to the High Knuckles website. We're gonna have our own bro powder. That's right, you can go to the gym and get fired up, get those gains. You know, everybody's looking to get the gains. That's just a word from the future. Now back to today's episode of Food Review. Did you get that part? It's just splashed it on. I'll wipe this up for you, okay, Brian? All this spice on here. He's still flapping, guys. He's still flapping. He's still flapping. He's still flopping. Yeah, that's right. So here we are. We've cooked up Foongili and we're about to eat him. You know, I got really tired of his shit, and I was eating hot dogs so much that the neighborhood cats, they're not eating their hot dogs. They're not eating all of their hot dogs. So I had to eat the remainder of the hot dogs. And they're not even really filling. They just give you a bunch of gas. They give you a lot of ass gas. And sometimes you gotta crap. And we're gonna forget that image, and we're gonna go into the food. So this is Foongili. He was a freeloader and a waste of scales. So this isn't a celebration. This is a bon appetitation, okay? So I'm gonna tell you what I think of Foongili. I will ask the crew what kind of fish he was, and then the next scene I'll be talking about his ethnicity and his origins. So, yeah. So I'm gonna give it a taste and I'll tell you what I think. Because Foongili was such a freeloader, I don't even want to get into it. He tastes pretty good though. Hey Beatrice. Hey, how are ya? A scratch behind her ear. Oh yeah. She loves it. Beatrice loves it. She just loves to be touched. Mostly her head though. Like don't go for her wings and shit like that because she don't like that, but yeah. So he tastes pretty good. He tastes pretty good for a freeloader. I can't get enough. It tastes pretty good. Like if you tasted this at the Bellagio or that chubby guy who reviews restaurants, Ghee Fieri. If you tasted this at a restaurant with ghee fieri, you would not know that the fish was a freeloader. And Chef Ramsay, you can stop hitting me up on YouTube. It stands for High Knuckles, not Hell's Kitchen. And I mean it. Gordon Ramsay, what does he have that I don't have? Doesn't have a freeloading fish. Well, I don't have one anymore either. Oh man. I bet you Peter's gonna comment on this video within the first 5 minutes of the upload. Here we go, big bite of Foongili. This fish was a freeloader, and I want you to know that he was a waste of scales, but I do love me a good cooked fish. You know what, even though this fish never paid his rent, it's still worth it to eat him up right now. Because it tastes so good. It tastes so good, you don't understand. He was such a freeloader, but it tastes so good. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. What are you guys doing? You're trying to make me Hell's Kitchen? This is why Gordon Ramsay is messaging me. This is why Gordon Ramsay's messaging me. Get this out of here, guys. It's High Knuckles, not Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. If he could have only just paid his rent once. I miss him. I miss him, but he tastes so good. This is the last scene, okay? Beatrice has just always been there for me, you know. This is one of the birds that don't talk. You know what I'm saying? They're always here in my hand. They're always, see, she ain't going nowhere.